I found hotel receipts in my husband's car and confronted him at 2 a.m. The receipts were from the Marriott downtown, 3 different dates, February 9th, February 23rd, March 6th, all room 412, $180 each time. I found them wedged under the passenger seat when I was looking for my sunglasses. My stomach dropped the second I saw them. Jake works from home. He's a software developer. There's no reason he'd need a hotel room 15 minutes from our house. I sat in the driveway staring at the receipts for 20 minutes. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold them. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted there to be some explanation, but my brain kept replaying the last 2 months, the late nights. Just finishing up a project, babe. The hushed phone calls in the garage. Work thing, it's boring. The new cologne, the gym membership he suddenly cared about, how he'd started doing laundry himself instead of letting me handle it. I went inside and pretended everything was normal. Made dinner, asked about his day. He said it was fine, kissed my forehead, told me he loved me. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about room 412, about who was in there with him. I grabbed his phone at 1:47 a.m. while he was in the bathroom, typed in his passcode, started scrolling. There were texts to a number with no name, just digits. Thursday at 8, same place as last time. Can't wait to see you. My vision blurred. I heard the toilet flush. Put his phone back. Laid there next to him, pretending to sleep while my heart hammered against my ribs. The next day I called the Marriott, asked if there were any reservations under Jake Brennan. Yes, ma'am. We have Mr. Brennan checking in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Room 412. I hung up. Tomorrow was Thursday. The text had said Thursday at 8. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. I called my sister. I think Jake's cheating. My voice sounded far away. She tried to tell me to wait, to talk to him, but I wasn't listening. Thursday night I told Jake I was going to my book club. He said okay without looking up from his laptop. Have fun, babe. I drove to the Marriott, parked 3 spaces from his car, a silver Honda Civic. I recognized it immediately. My hands were shaking again. I walked through the lobby trying to look normal, took the elevator to the 4th floor, stood outside room 412 for 2 full minutes. I could hear voices inside, his voice, and someone else, higher pitched, laughing. I knocked. The voices stopped. Footsteps. The door opened. Jake stood there. His face went white when he saw me. Amy? What are you? I pushed past him into the room, ready to see her, ready to scream, ready for my life to implode. A little girl sat on the bed, maybe 8 years old, wearing a hospital bracelet, bald, pale, staring at me with huge brown eyes. Next to her was a woman in scrubs. Name tag said Linda, St. Vincent's Children's Hospital. I looked at Jake, at the girl, at Linda, back to Jake. What is this? Jake's eyes were wet. This is Emma, my daughter. The room tilted. You're what? From before we met. Her mom and I weren't together long. She never told me. Emma got diagnosed with leukemia 6 months ago. Her mom reached out in February. I couldn't process words. Why didn't you tell me? I didn't know how. I thought you'd think I was lying, or that you'd leave. Emma's treatments are on Thursdays. Her mom can't afford hotel rooms near the hospital, so I get one. Emma stays over after chemo so she doesn't have to travel. Her mom comes in the morning. The receipts, the secret calls, the laundry. He'd been washing vomit out of his clothes. Linda stood up. I'm Emma's nurse. Jake's been incredible. He comes every week. Emma was still staring at me. Are you Jake's wife? Her voice was so small. I couldn't speak, just nodded. He talks about you all the time. Says you make really good pancakes. 3 months of imagining an affair, of checking his phone, of lying awake, convincing myself he didn't love me anymore. He'd been here, with his dying daughter, too scared to tell me the truth. Room 412 wasn't where my marriage ended. It was where I learned my husband was terrified of losing me.